You walk into the video store, buzzing lights, rows of tapes. The clerk leans in. You can't rent that one. Why? Too rough, too weird, or a rule nobody could explain. Tonight we open that shelf again. At number 8, it's a classic, you know. And the ban didn't happen in the 80s. It happened in 2021. You'll get simple proof for each pick: country, year, reason, and if you can watch it uncut today. We'll count down from 10 and stop at 8 for the shocker. All right, let's start the list. Quick question before we dive in. How many of these did you try to rent? Number 10, Violence Jack, Evil Town, banned in Australia. Deep underground, after a disaster, people hide in a broken city. Food is scarce, gangs rule, and mercy is rare. A giant drifter named Violence Jack walks in like a storm. His arrival triggers a brutal fight for control. In Australia, this one didn't pass the board. When that happens, you can't sell it, you can't rent it, you can't show it. Fans hit a wall. So what pushed it over the line? Scenes of sexual violence, long, cruel assaults, brutal, graphic hits that linger. The tone stays harsh and mean. The board draws a hard line at sexual violence. Once that's in a film, there's no rating that allows it. I remember a blank spot at my cousin's video store where the import should be. A little note said, "Not available." The clerk shrugged. "Australia blocked it. We can't stock it." Think of a big stop sign slapped on a VHS box. It looks like a cartoon, but it runs like a chainsaw in a candy wrapper. One country's call can shape what you remember. You might think no one had this because you couldn't get it. But it was blocked in that country, not everywhere. If you want the full version today, check Amazon for an edition marked uncut. Match the minutes to the original length before you buy. We'll come back to this world at number 7. Quick check. Did you think banned always meant everywhere? Not always. Next up, the Scissors come out. Number 9 is a movie many people saw, just not the whole thing. Number 9, Golgo 13, The Professional, cut in some regions. Duke Togo, Golgo 13, is the calmest hitman alive. He takes a job on a powerful family and becomes the target. Armies, assassins, even a gunship hunt him across the map. He answers with cold skill and zero fear. In some markets, scenes got trimmed for violence and sex. That changes what you saw. It also changes how the story feels. I first saw it on late-night TV. It felt fast, too clean. Years later, I watched a longer home video. Shots held longer. The hits landed harder. Ah, that's why the TV cut felt off. Think of a puzzle with a few edge pieces missing. You still see the picture, but it's not whole. When edits stack up, tone softens, stakes drop. If you want the full intent, check Amazon for an edition marked uncut. Check the specs. Longer usually means closer to the real thing. Pattern break. Did your version skip the gunship beat? Mine did. Next, the surprise comes early. Number 8 is a classic you grew up with. Banned in 2021. Number 8, Akira, banned in Russia in 2021. Neo-Tokyo roars with bikes, riots, and neon. After a crash, Tetsuo unlocks a power he can't control. The government moves in. The city begins to shake. Friendship breaks as that power explodes. Here's why number 8 is unbelievable. It wasn't banned in the 80s. It was banned in Russia in 2021 by a St. Petersburg court. The judge said it could harm children's health and mental development, especially if posted online with no age limits. Platforms there took it down to follow the order. You grew up with it, and it got blocked decades later. Think of a road that was open for years. One day, a new sign goes up. Detour. That's what a court order can do long after release. If you want a reliable copy, check Amazon for the Blu-ray. You get the full cut, and the picture sings. Next, we head back to the wasteland for a brutal return to the same world we saw at number 10. Number 7. Violence, Jack Hell's Wind, banned in Australia. A biker gang called Hell's Wind tears through the wasteland. They raid, torture, and leave towns in ruins. Then a huge drifter, Violence Jack, shows up to stop the carnage. What follows is raw payback across broken roads. This story comes after Evil Town from number 10. Same world, bigger gang, an even harsher edge. In Australia, this entry in the series also hit a wall. The ruling blocked sale, rental, and public showings. The reason was the same line crossed: sexual violence and sustained, brutal cruelty. When that mix shows up, boards in some places won't allow any rating at all. Fans swapped rumors and import tips, but official paths were shut. 2 tapes, same world, both locked out there. If you're searching today, look for an uncut edition on Amazon. Check the runtime and release notes to see which version you're getting. Heads up, 2 titles, 1 problem, different tapes, same brick wall. Next, we leave the wasteland and step into dark neon. Number 6 turns the room blue. Number 6, Wicked City, heavy edits. 2 worlds share a fragile peace, ours and a shadow world. Agent Taki and a mysterious partner must guard a diplomat. Neon streets hide creatures wearing human faces. One bad night could break the truce forever. In some places, the film was sliced to reduce violent and sexual shots. The goal was a safer rating. The cost was mood. A friend showed me a tape that felt tame. Then I saw clips from another country. Same movie, different edge. Suddenly, scenes made sense. Picture a neon sign with a few bulbs pulled. You can read it, but the glow is gone. That's what heavy edits do. If your copy feels weirdly calm, it might be a trimmed release. Scan the listing for restored scenes or original cut before you click. Quick thought: ever watch a scene and feel something's missing? You probably were right. Halfway there, if this hits your nostalgia nerve, tap subscribe for weekly deep dives. Next, we switch from dark neon to a quiet punch. Number 5 looks soft, but lands hard. Number 5, The Plague Dogs, heavily cut versus uncut. 2 lab dogs, Ralph and Snitter, escape a harsh facility. They search for safety and a kind voice. Rumors say they carry disease, so hunters close in. Hope turns into a hard, lonely chase. Some releases trimmed scenes to soften the blow. You might think you saw it all. You didn't. I rented a short version in the US later. I found a longer cut from abroad. It changed the mood. It changed the ending's weight. It's a knife in a velvet bag. Looks soft, cuts deep. When minutes disappear, the heart of the film shifts. To see what the creators made, hunt the uncut runtime. Check the product page. Uncut and a longer runtime mean you're closer to the intent. Quick question: are you okay with the heavier cut, or do you want the real one? Next, we crank the action. Number 4 swings hard. Number 4, Fist of the North Star, import edits and ratings. The world fell. Raiders rule the wastes. Kenshiro, a scarred warrior, shields the weak. His secret art ends fights with a single strike. Each battle pushes him toward justice and old foes. Imports and TV airings toned down graphic hits. Different markets, different limits. I caught a TV cut first. It felt slow and safe. Then a tape hit harder. Same title, not the same movie. It's like putting boxing gloves on a chainsaw. It still cuts, but slower. The sting changes. If you want the original sting, look for releases labeled theatrical or original version. Match the minutes to the theatrical length before you click. Pattern break: did you shout the catchphrase at the screen? Be honest. Next, we step into a dream. Number 3 isn't banned. It just vanished for most people. Number 3, Angel's Egg. Scarce, not banned. A silent girl carries a large egg through an empty city. A young soldier walks with her and asks quiet questions. Statues loom, water drips, time slows down. Meaning hides in pictures more than words. Not every wall is a censor. Sometimes it's distribution, few releases, limited rights. For many fans, that felt like a ban. A friend shared a third-generation tape. It looked like fog on film, Still beautiful, still haunting. Think of a museum with the lights off. The art is there. You just can't see it. Here's the aha. If you never find a legal copy, your brain files it as banned. But the cause is different. Contracts, not censors. If a restoration pops up, grab it fast. These windows can be short. Quick cue. Would you watch this late at night with the lights off? Next, the siren sounds. Number 2 whispers like a lullaby and hits like a quake. Number 2, when the wind blows. Sensitive content, restricted airings. Jim and Hilda follow the booklet after a nuclear blast. They make tea, tape windows, and trust the rules. Days pass. The outside world grows quiet. Their gentle hope meets a hard truth. This one often lived in late-night slots with warnings. Not banned, but kept out of easy reach. I caught it once after midnight. Tried to find it again. No luck for months. That's how legends start. It's a lullaby on a fault line. Soft tone, shaking ground. Limited airings make a film feel hidden. If you see a recent Blu-ray or a curated stream, you'll get the full effect. Watch it when you're ready. It stays with you. One last question before number 1. Are you ready for the hardest wall? All right, time to close strong. Number 1 is the clearest "Do Not Pass" sign on the list. Number 1, Urotsukidōji, Legend of the Overfiend, banned in Australia. Legends tell of the Chojin, a being who will merge worlds. A quiet student stumbles into a violent secret war. Sorcerers and monsters chase the prophecy through the city. Each clue reveals darker power and a bleak future. In Australia, this movie did not pass the board. When that happens, you can't sell it. You can't rent it. You can't show it. That's a hard stop. Why did it fail? Scenes of sexual violence, cruel, graphic moments that linger. The tone stays harsh. Australia draws a firm line there. With that content, no rating will allow it. So the door stayed shut. I first saw the title in an old import catalog. There was a little star next to it. The note said, "Not available here." For years, it felt like a myth. Think of a locked gate with a sign on it. You can walk around it from another road, but not there. If you want a legal copy today, check Amazon for an edition marked uncut. Check the specs. Uncut and a longer runtime usually mean the full cut. Deep breath. That was a lot. You made it. And that's the list. Hard bands, heavy cuts, and late blocks. You now know what changed, where it changed, and how to spot the real thing. Those forbidden tapes weren't myths. They were choices by boards and channels. You can bring these movies back the right way, one verified cut at a time. Share this with a friend who lived the VHS days. Then jump into our next playlist to keep the story going. Press play on the past, because with Box Set and Chill, the nostalgia never ends.